Somebody hook it up.
What's up, YouTube? This your boy Ron G. Now coming back with a video I thought I'd never make. I'm just gonna get right into it. Back in my days of being an athlete at LSU, I ran track. They gave us PEs, as every college does. When I was into shoes, but not so into the track shoes, anything like that. Any type of college exclusives, you get so much of that stuff, you generally just either give it away, abuse it, and throw it away. So I was giving one of my friends who was from Southeast Asia a lot of the exclusives that they gave us. And he was a graphic engineer, and eventually he worked for Nike, Beaverton, Oregon. And so this was around the time Tung Ho kind of started, maybe a year before. So Tung Ho was one of the guys, I think maybe the senior creator or something, and he was in charge of giving all the players their promo samples and exclusives and all these things. Linked up with a company, they've been linked up with the FinTech company, and basically that communication goes between them, and they get these look-see samples. Well, my friend, who I'll let him go unnameless, was actually one of the people involved in critiquing the look-see samples, and he just had his last day working at Nike Friday. For whatever reason, that's also something not to be mentioned. Maybe he went to another brand, or who knows. But the good thing about it is, around that time, he gifted me a lot of look-see samples. Well, I don't want to say like a lot, but enough of look-see samples. I've got Jordan 11s with blue Jumpmans. I've got 1992 exclusive look-see samples. I've got some crazy stuff. But I was always afraid to show it, basically because around that time, if y'all remember, Tung Ho, he got in his possession, I think, 1,900 or something look-see samples at his home, and he was selling them and making a lot of money off of it. Basically, he was a multi-millionaire off selling the samples. Well, my friend was good friends with him, and he didn't get caught up in the whole scandal. If you recall, Hez Kick did a good video on it. Hez Kick's video was so informative, it actually had me like delete a lot of my sample videos from back in the past. And to be honest with you, I was really scared to show some of these samples off. But I talked to some of my friends. He's giving me a green light on some of the samples I can show, and this Kobe was actually one of the samples I'd be showing. This is a one of one. There is only one of these in the entire world that exists like this, just one. That's what a look-see sample is. I'm going to show you in more details. Keep looking at the video of look-see samples and how they exist in this world, and how most people never ever get a chance to ever see look-see samples. So with that said, it's very dangerous to show these things. You can get somebody fired. You can get somebody in a lot of legal trouble. You can get them to lose their job. You can get in trouble yourself because they're gonna want to know how you got these. So Nike, once again, if you're watching, I was gifted these samples, and I cherish them. Nike, I don't sell them for profit. I actually cherish them. And Nike, a lot of people want to see these look-see samples because it's actually art to them. It's actually like a passion for a lot of guys out here. So this might be somebody's favorite shoe, and they want to see what this shoe was fighting against. And I'm going to show you why this particular pair is one of the most special pairs that I've owned. Not the special, but one of the most special pair. And even so, to get that shoe out of there with the actual look-see tag on it is actually another feat in itself. So with that said, guys, there's a little bit of the information I'm not sharing with you guys, but I'm just kind of giving you the egg of it. Keep watching the video and you might learn something.
Get your ass up.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna once again, shouts out to Heads Kicks for making that video. I don't know how you know some of that information in there, but it was a great video. I'm gonna link his video down in the description for you guys to kind of see what I'm talking about. But shouts out to Heads Kicks. I really appreciate that video you made at the time. Thank you.
Before I get into this video, I want to show you guys what I think is one of the ugliest Air Jordan 1s that just released today. The presentation of these joints, gotta admit, I like the presentation of box. It's 100% fire, okay? They got the little tag on it, whatever. Limits like fears are often just illusions. That's a famous quote from Michael Jordan when he retired. Come with 3 sets of laces. Come with the white laces, actually 4 sets, because you got the white, you got the black, and the red, and the Carolina blue, and they also come with this tag that I think they need to just stop including because nobody really cares about this stuff. Before we get into that, I want to show you guys that you guys are tripping. The patented leather on this shoe is thick and actually very good quality. It's a very thick patented leather cut. That means it's not going to wrinkle like those cheap retro 11s they've been pumping out with the thin leather. That's something you guys need to think about when purchasing this shoe and giving it a bad rep. I don't like the colors, but the quality of patent leather is so good. This portion of the shoe is very, 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 very difficult to bend, which is a good thing. That means they're using good patented leather. The only thing I really don't like about the shoe, number one, 2 things, is the color scheme, and I hate that. So I think I just addressed some of the reasoning behind look-see samples. Look-see samples are very special, and this in itself is that shoe. I was just telling you, it is a 1 of 1. They don't even have a right shoe to this shoe. The right shoe is different. This is the only shoe they made like this in the entire world. This right here is my retail pair that they released. We're gonna look at differences in them. First of all, you're gonna see right off the jump, right here, there's a swoosh on the retail pair. On the sample pair, we don't have a swoosh. Shoelaces. This is more like a polished shoestring. It's like a silky shoestring. I forgot the technical name they call these, and but it's a more of a pure oiled up shoestring. It's got a little sheen to it, and this is just a regular rope lace, very cheap. Of course, you see that they have the tag in of sample property of Nike, and this is what makes this shoe so special. We're gonna get to, well, actually, let's get to what makes this shoe so special in a second. Even more so that it's a sample. If you look, they put Kobe at the top of these, and no, they did not put the chrome Kobe sign in the middle. Check out the retail pair. There is no Kobe, and there is a chrome, it's like plastic in the middle. But if you see, you could check and see how they do these samples. See the outline of the Kobe thing? The outline is still there, but there's just the embossed type Kobe like little sign in it. So, and the special thing about this shoe is that the actual right shoe was this shoe. The right shoe is this shoe, and that is what they came with the production with. It was out of this shoe or this shoe. That is the most special thing about these shoes. This could have been very well the Kobe release, but thank God they went with these because I like these better. I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Nike, I'm showing this information because we all have a love for your sneakers, and people want to see these things. They're absolute gems. They're unicorns. And so Nike, as I continue to show samples, if you have a problem or issue with this, please feel free to contact me. I don't want to get in anybody any trouble. These shoes were not illegally purchased, and as my story stated before, they were gifted. No money exchange in any of them, and it's a blessing because I still buy Nikes to this day because I cherish them. So, and I'm not gonna sell mine for profit. But if you look at it, there's a Nike Sportswear Kobe black, and here's a sample request right here. Developer Rob Sculptor, and they just show all the information, these things. But the most special thing about these samples is it's very, very difficult for you to get these out of there with the tag. Like, this is a third-party company. They've been in business for a while. They actually were going to close down at one point, but when Nike came along and started ordering more, getting them to create their samples for them, they cranked up sales and they've become a multi-million dollar business. If it wasn't for Nike, the business would have gone under. So kudos to Nike for that. Once again, we're showing that. If you look in the tag, it says made in Taiwan, and once again, look, see the difference from this pair and people like Unbreakable Kicks is he has promotional samples. Promotional samples are basically player shoes. Here's the regular version that you can get. They're expensive, yes, all this stuff is expensive, but you can get promotional samples way easier than you can get look-see samples because you could just get them from a player. You could get them off eBay, you could get them off athletes, you know. But look-see samples are meant to be destroyed, and you have to destroy them afterwards unless you can gift them and they have proper authority to gift them. One of the main differences with the two is the sole. They were going to come with this orange sole. Thank God they didn't. This orange sole is terrible, and it came with this smoke, almost a forest green, but more so of a blackish look bottom, like a smoke green in the sun, but in the you know, when there's no sunny inside, it just looks black. If you look, there's a film covering this plastic portion right there I left on. You can peel it off. It's like an anti-dust thing when you buy the shoe. Other than that, everything was kept the same. Now I will say that I'm glad they kept this. A lot of people don't understand. This is like when the snake has food in him, when he's eating something, eating his prey. It's right there, and they kept that. I'm glad, because my friend told me they were going to initially get rid of that, and I'm glad they kept it. Also, the sample does not have like this reflective type embossing in the swoosh. It has an embossing, but it doesn't have that reflective type look to it. The leather quality, usually on samples, the leather quality is very, very good, but since both of them actually are really good quality leather, they kept the good leather, which is good. And one thing, they both came with the Kobe sign in the back, which is great. Other than that, guys, it could have very well been a slippery slope on these shoes, and I'm glad they came out with this version. But once again, guys, to this day, there's lots of more samples. I have Air Jordan 11s with blue Jumpmans, and they are not promotional samples. They are look-see samples. I have Air Jordan 5s that are look-see samples, not promotional samples. I have DMX Reeboks in trade that I had with another Nike look-see that I got from somebody, and I just was a look-see sample guy, but I never showed this stuff on YouTube because I never wanted to get in trouble, and I'm still weary about showing the remaining items, you know. But once again, guys, this is a treat for you guys. This is the only pair that looks like this in the entire world. There is not a Kobe that you can get that will be this Kobe from Nike in the entire world. It is a one of one. If you guys have any questions, hit me up. Once again, Nike, you know, I don't want to get anybody in trouble. If there's collectors out there that want to get with me over these shoes, please feel free to get in contact with me. I understand some people may cherish these things a lot more than me, and I'm willing to listen to you guys. You know, if it's something that somebody wants in their possession to show off with their other Kobe collection. I know people have. Oh, there's something else that changed. I forgot. No, it didn't. You could barely see it, but I don't know what this is. It's like brittle writing or something, but they have it. You couldn't even see it, barely. It's in there, but anyway, I'm babbling now. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for looking. And if you want to see more samples, I just need to get my guts up to show them, and I'll show you guys more look-see samples, not promotional samples, look-see samples. Okay, anyway guys, appreciate your time. Peace.
Take credit from me, I was already lit when they found me.